The Battle of Manzikert, fought in 1071 near the town of Manzikert in eastern Anatolia, stands as one of the most decisive confrontations in medieval history. It was a clash between the seemingly invincible Byzantine army and the rising tide of Seljuk Turks. The result was a humiliating defeat for the Byzantines and the beginning of the end for the empire. Now let's go back in time to 1071 AD. The year is significant because it marks the beginning of the Second Crusade. But in the east, far from the battlefields of France and the Holy Land, a different kind of crusade was underway. This was the crusade against the Turks led by the Byzantine Emperor Romanos IV Diogenes. He wanted to push them out of Anatolia once and for all. But the Byzantines were not the only ones with crusading zeal. The Seljuks, a nomadic Turkish tribe from Central Asia, had also seized large parts of Anatolia. And their Sultan Alp Arslan was eager to conquer more Byzantine territory. So when Romanos invaded, Arslan gathered his forces and met the Byzantines head-on. The ensuing battle was a disaster for the Byzantines. Their heavy infantry and cavalry were no match for the swift and maneuverable Seljuk horse archers. And to make matters worse, the Byzantine emperor was captured. Some sources claim he was actually killed, but most agree that he spent the rest of his life in captivity. The battle had profound consequences. The Seljuks gained control of most of Anatolia, which became known as Rumeli. And over the next few decades, they would conquer the rest of the Byzantine provinces there. This process was helped along by the fact that many Byzantines abandoned their ancestral lands and fled to Constantinople, which was probably for the best since the Seljuks were not known for their religious tolerance. In fact, one of their first acts after conquering Anatolia was to begin forcibly converting the local Christian population to Islam. But while the Byzantines lost Anatolia, the Battle of Manzikert also marked the beginning of the end for the Seljuks. Their empire, which at one point stretched from the Middle East to Hungary, eventually collapsed into several smaller Turkish principalities. One of these was the Ottoman Empire, which would rise to prominence in the 13th century and conquer Anatolia, as well as the rest of the Byzantine Empire. So in a way, the Battle of Manzikert was also the beginning of the Ottoman Empire. For more on that, stay tuned. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button and subscribe if you want to see more episodes like this.